In the vast cold expanse of space exploration history, few names shine as brightly as Jim Lovell, the brave astronaut whose calm under pressure during the Apollo 13 mission saved lives and earned him legendary status. Yet behind the well-known, heroic stories, NASA's acting administrator has recently dropped a chilling revelation about the dark and hidden challenges faced during Lovell's missions. Secrets never fully told to the public, mysteries lurking beneath the surface of the triumphs, and dangers that almost led to disaster on multiple occasions. A shadowy side of space exploration that questions how close humanity came to losing not just a mission, but the very hope of reaching beyond Earth, and what sacrifices and cover-ups may have been involved in keeping the true story under wraps. As the acting administrator spoke in a rare interview, he hinted at unexplained technical failures, mysterious malfunctions that defied explanation, and moments when Jim Lovell and his crew faced not only the harsh realities of space but seemingly impossible odds and strange phenomena that NASA's public reports never fully acknowledged, from sudden system breakdowns at critical moments to strange signals and glitches that left engineers baffled, and accounts from the crew themselves, suggesting that something beyond human error was at play. A presence or force perhaps lurking in the void of space, influencing the missions in ways that science could not yet understand. And these revelations raise haunting questions about the true nature of the universe, the risks astronauts face beyond what we are told, and whether Lovell's missions encountered phenomena that challenge our very understanding of physics and space-time, as well as the ethical decisions NASA had to make in the interest of public morale and continued funding for the space program, masking dangers that were deemed too terrifying or complex to share. The acting administrator's words have sent ripples through the scientific community, with some experts calling for a full investigation and release of all mission data, while others caution that speculation could undermine the incredible achievements of these historic missions. But for many, the mysterious dark side of Jim Lovell's journeys represents a deeper truth about space exploration, that the frontier beyond Earth is not only a place of discovery and wonder, but also one of unknown threats, unseen forces, and unresolved enigmas that still haunt us today. And as the public reflects on Lovell's legacy, these new insights force us to ask, what exactly happened on those missions? What did Lovell and his crew witness beyond the cameras, and how close were we to a catastrophe the world was never meant to know about? The story behind the heroic smiles and famous quotes now takes on a far more complex, shadowy dimension filled with tension, mystery, and the ever-present question of what lies in the dark spaces between the stars, where humanity's greatest triumphs may also hide their deepest secrets. Asterisk, and the deeper we dig, the more unsettling the truth becomes, stretching far beyond the simple explanations of engineering errors or cosmic accidents. Behind the carefully curated public image of NASA's brave explorations lies a shadow world of silence and unknown forces, a realm where technology and human courage met inexplicable phenomena that defied logic and threatened disaster at every turn, where every flicker of a warning light or glitch in a system held the weight of possible doom, and where Jim Lovell, despite his calm demeanor and legendary poise, carried with him experiences and knowledge that few outside the inner circle have ever glimpsed. As the tapes from the missions, some still classified, reveal eerie moments of unexplained radio static filled with strange patterns and bursts of signals unlike anything understood by scientists. Signals that seemed almost intentional, as if something or someone was attempting communication from the void beyond our reach. And these weren't isolated incidents but recurring phenomena recorded during critical phases of Lovell's flights. Moments when spacecraft instruments would momentarily lose control or record fluctuations in energy readings that defied all known physical laws. Moments when instruments indicated invisible objects moving too close, fast and silent, to be detected by radar, and the crew would sometimes report subtle, shadowy shapes outside the windows that vanished when looked at directly, but no official transcript ever mentions these shadows, replaced instead by sterile data reports citing technical anomalies. And yet whispers among NASA insiders suggest the fear those shadows inspired lingered long after the missions ended, as if a silent observer had been present on every journey, watching, waiting, testing human resolve. And the acting administrator's recent statements confirm that the space agency has been hiding more than just the dangers of vacuum and radiation. It has concealed an ongoing mystery that challenges humanity's understanding of the cosmos itself, a mystery that calls into question the very safety and success of all manned missions that followed, because if these forces or phenomena exist and interacted with Lovell's missions, what do they mean for the future of space travel? Some scientists now theorize that the anomalies recorded during Apollo 8 and Apollo 13 were not random, but part of a cosmic pattern, a signal or warning embedded within the fabric of space-time, something ancient and powerful, communicating through disturbances in electromagnetic fields and light itself, a pattern too complex for early computers to decode, but persistent enough to force NASA into silence, choosing to protect public morale over transparency. While Jim Lovell himself was left to carry these burdens privately, his famous smile and calm voice masking a deep awareness of the unknown dangers lurking beyond Earth's atmosphere, and this knowledge, carried quietly across decades, may explain his cautious attitude toward later missions and his advocacy for better preparation and more advanced monitoring technologies, a call still echoed in the halls of NASA today as current astronauts and scientists grapple with signals and data that point to unseen forces influencing spacecraft navigation, the integrity of life support systems, and even the mental states of crews on long-duration flights, phenomena that refuse to be fully explained by science, and some whisper about possible extraterrestrial contact, whether benign or hostile, that could have been accidentally encountered during the early days of human spaceflight. Encounters erased from public memory but etched deep in the classified files of the agency, files now partially unveiled by the acting administrator's admission, awakening a mixture of awe, fear, and determination in the scientific community and the public alike, who are now demanding answers and transparency about what really happened during those missions, the signals detected, the strange occurrences logged, and the implications for humanity's future in space. And as we look at Jim Lovell's legendary career through this new lens, we realize his role was not just that of a heroic pilot and leader, but that of a witness to something far greater and far darker than previously imagined, something that may redefine our place in the universe and challenge the very foundations of human knowledge, a reality that forces us to confront the fact that the cosmos is not only a vast space of stars and planets, but also a domain of mysteries and powers that we have barely begun to understand. And as the shadows of those past missions grow clearer through new revelations, they beckon us forward with a warning and a promise, warning of dangers unseen and unknown, and a promise that if we can rise to meet these mysteries, we may uncover truths that will change everything about our existence, our history, and our future, reminding us that the legacy of Jim Lovell is not just about the triumphs we celebrate, but about the silent, shadowy frontiers we must still face, where every new discovery comes wrapped in enigma, and every answer opens the door to deeper questions, ending this chapter of human spaceflight not with closure, but with an invitation to continue searching, to keep exploring the dark corners of the universe with courage and curiosity, for it is there, in the unexplained, that the true adventure awaits.